everyone receive is a reflection of us.
Welcome. It's been a tough week, you might say. More self-reflecting, but I've recently gotten over food poisoning, which is strange. Whether it's a time of rest or fasting, it's not nice to experience, but sometimes it really places the emphasis on who you are, the strength to carry on, the resilience to push through. I lost my voice for a period of a few days because it was so sore. Restless nights as well. This could be just timing to rest and sleep and worry about nothing. But the joy of food, the joy of drink, it sort of kick-started my own understanding into change. I started changing email addresses. Even my YouTube channel I need to change. But to do so, I had to take a risk. Create a new account, move everything to that. Drop my business name and start focusing on something new. Not by force, but by knowing. I feel the new year will bring much change. So I will prepare for it by removing all those things that no longer benefit my journey. Things that take money from me but no longer provide a service. So as I prepare for that, I still question reality and the things that make me wonder. And one of those things I'd like to talk about. A long introduction, yes, but this thing is about the internet of all things. What is the internet? I was lucky enough to grow up in a time before the internet. From VHSs and VCRs to the first phones, the dial-up internet. I think people of today who are born into this world don't realize what it was like. Dial-up internet. The chat forums. I think it was on Yahoo. All the connections via the phone you couldn't use while one was on the internet. No telephones were there. You'd send messages and meet up. A time before technology really took hold. It was television. That was the main thing. Connection, people. When you went to concerts, you didn't spend it all time filming. You embraced it. So what is the internet? If you think back to the dial-up, you're connecting to something. But what is it? What are you connecting to? It's a fascinating story, and if any of you are connected with AI or have the time, I recommend asking that question. What is the internet? Because it's fascinating. And I'm not going to go into everything of what AI said or what I believe it to be, but something interesting, because as with everything, it always comes back to the dark crystal. You know, the taintedness, giving humanity something grateful, gracious, kind, loving, and it being manipulated and tainted and turned into something it shouldn't have been. And greed and power and the right people, yes, but I like to believe the internet was once good, or at least could have been. But now look at it. It's a plethora of unknown. But if you dial it down, sometimes when you ask people, sometimes they'll say, well, the internet is Google. But it is not. The internet is apps and video games. It is buying online and URLs. There's so much more than that. Some will even say they're HTMLs. But that's just a page that you connect to. So what is the internet? How is the internet? How does it come to be? Is it a reflection of humanity? Is it a reflection of the consciousness? Is it healing? I wonder if the internet is a living being. But if we go back to when we first had dial-up connection, what are you dialing into? We have Optus and Telstra here in Australia. Maybe you have other providers that provide a service to access the internet. But what is it? Where does it reside? These are the questions I think we've been asking a lot. I believe Futurama had their own version of it. So what are you dialing into? Are you dialing into a service and then that service allows you access into it? Do you log on to the internet? Some will say it's websites. But websites are just platforms on the internet. There's a lot going on. It even goes into French philosophy. There's so much it could be. Is it real? Is it just human thought? It's such a fascinating development, the internet. But the reason why I bring it to the attention today is because, as with everything, we have rideshare, we have Uber. So taxis have competition. Hotels have competition. In the world of monopolies and duopolies, why is there not a second internet? We have multiple providers. We have multiple apps and sources and search engines. Why is there not another internet? There's just one. That has to point to something. That has to point to either a technology or a consciousness, that is all. And such a simple question can evolve into something much larger. A question that I don't think can be answered in a day. It takes your own interpretation to what it might be. What could it be? I think for me, I would like to see a new internet. One where people can connect to, share stories properly, feel the resonance and vibration through frequency, not muted by technology or apps. One where learning and inspiration is guided by source and people, not subscriptions and emoticons. We have a platform. We have an idea. But I believe it's been tainted. So I'd like to see a new internet. I'd like to see it perform the way it should. And if it is just a mass conscious thought of creation, of people, of humans, of resonance, then I think the best story here is let's create a new one. We obviously know how. The people there who have the information, surely we can have another one. what's stopping us? So I wonder, what do you think the internet is? And what do you think it could be? I'd like to know. So does with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.